Uh, mm. Okay. I didn't realize my mic was muted. Was unmuted. Sorry. Probably better that way. I'm gonna see how this goes here. I have a mild headache. I took some ibuprofen a little while ago. It seems to be helping, but I don't know how long it's going to help for. I mean, it's because it didn't really kill the headache. It just kind of dulled it, which is never a good sign. Probably have some more ibuprofen in my future, so we'll have to see how it goes. But I haven't done my greeting now, have I? Hello and welcome. I'm Agnostic Noob, and tonight we are going to play Metaphor Fantazio. I probably mispronounced that. If I butchered it and you're a developer of the game and you want to correct me, please feel free. I apologize if I butchered the pronunciation of Fantazio. Sorry. Did not butcher the pronunciation of metaphor. That's a pretty standard word, right? So this will be the first time in a very long while that I have played a game that was released within the last calendar year. I don't often play recent games. This is kind of a thing with me. I've noticed, and others have noticed as well. I spent a good chunk of last year playing La Milana and Astalon, and you know, played a bunch of old Castlevanias, and then played Romancevania, which never again. Played Amanda the Adventurer, played Final Fantasy One. Went back to Aslan. So I realize that I often do not play modern or recently released games. This is as recent as I'm going to get for probably a while. So now it's my understanding that this is a rather long game, so we could be at this for quite a bit, which is fine. I actually received this game as a Christmas gift. It's just taken me a while to actually, get to it. So apologies to my mother who actually gifted this to me. But it has been on my radar. It is on, been on the wish list to play for a while now. This will be a mostly blind playthrough. I have seen snippets of the game. I've seen parts. There is a VTuber, Empress Chronicle, who I follow, who did a full playthrough of this game, and I watched a couple of her streams where she was going through a dungeon and or fighting a really hard boss or something. So I really don't know very much about the game, but I know at least a little bit about the aesthetic, and I know that it's challenging, and we could be in for a wild and bumpy ride. But I do have a headache, so maybe that will temper my nerve rage a little bit. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm hoping that the headache is just, from me running around a good chunk of the day because I did. Had some shopping to do, got a couple of things accomplished, and a couple of things not accomplished. I need to do a little bit of a wardrobe update. I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but I have been teleworking since March of 2020, which was when the COVID virus was starting to spread in earnest. My organization, the one I work for, and have been working for since April 2018. Actually, I'm celebrating my 7th anniversary with this organization this month. But the organization I work for quickly called an audible and moved everybody to telework very fast in the wake of the of COVID spreading, and it worked. Not only did we, minimize any chance of the infection spreading among our staff, which would have gutted our staff that would be able to take calls from our callers because it is a call center. But it also reduced the amount of office space that we were using at the time, and we were spending millions of dollars on that office space. We were able to go down from like 5 or 6 suites that we were occupying down to about 2. And it saved a ton of money. We have since moved out of that office space, but it saved a ton of money. And it really was a good move. Most people adjusted to it. There were some who were excited to go to telework. There were some who were a little hesitant or skeptical about it, but everybody kind of settled in and it worked. My call center's customer satisfaction scores actually continued to rise throughout this time that we've been teleworking, throughout the lockdown and beyond. But all good things must come to an end. And so telework for my department is going to end. Now, I've already started the process of returning to office. I was in office just this past week on Thursday, which was fine. I'm not going to cry over it. I will miss teleworking. I like teleworking. It is nice to be close to my refrigerator, so I can use my own supplies rather than going to a soda machine or to a nearby cafe to get something to drink or eat or whatever. It is nice to be within 5 minutes of half a dozen places to get lunch. It is nice not having to commute an hour one direction every single day and then another hour coming back. It is nice to save that money on gasoline, but it is not a deal breaker for me. So return to office is not going to make me flinch all that much. The office space that we have now is actually rather nice. It's very open, very functional, easy to get to relatively. It is about an hour drive for me, but whatever. That's with traffic. If there was no traffic, it'd be more along the lines of 30 to 45 minutes. But morning traffic and evening traffic is always sucky. So away it goes. But since I will be returning to office at some point on a full-time basis, we're doing a rotation for right now because of lack of space. But once it becomes a permanent, I'm in office every single day, full-time type of thing, I would like to have some additional clothing. Right now, I have a selection of beige slacks that I can wear, but many of them are frayed on the cuffs on the bottom, and it'd be nice to have more pants. I've also got the same polo shirts that I was wearing in 2018, which are fine. They're fine. They're good enough shirts. They're in good condition, but some fresher looks would not be remiss, right? So I intend to do just a little bit of a wardrobe update, leading up to my birthday here next month. My birthday. I'm gonna be 50 years old next month. I'm probably not the oldest streamer on Twitch, but I'm damn sure not the youngest. I'm gonna hit the 50-year-old mark here on May 22nd. It's coming. There's no stopping it. The march of time continues. That's just the way it goes. So I'm going to be officially an old man. As I have aged, anytime I started feeling that age, I'd have somebody that was like 10 plus years older telling me, "Oh, you're still young. Oh, you're just a baby. Oh, you're not old yet." And if I hear that from anybody after I hit 50, I'm going to give them a very stern look of disdain, because it's like, I get to call myself old. Okay, when you hit 50, you get to call yourself old. All right, just let me have this. Let me have this. I've been waiting half a century to be able to call myself an old man. Let me have this. Senior discounts at restaurants, here I come. Get me my old man cane. Get me my old man horn so I can stick it in my ear so I can hear all the kids yell at me. Get me a rocking chair so I can put it out on my front driveway and yell at the kids to get off my lawn. I don't even have a lawn, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to tell them to get off my freaking lawn. And they're going to look at me like I'm crazy, which is fine because I'm old. I get to be senile. Yeah. So anyway, just let me have this, okay? Let me have this. I get to call myself old. After May 22nd, when I hit 50 years old, I get to call myself an old man. Fight me. Fight me. All right. So very tired. Ibuprofen seems to be working okay. So we're going to go ahead and play Metaphor Fantazio here. We've been sitting here looking at this select text language screen for quite a while now in dead silence. I figured this was a good time for my opening monologue, which has gone on for the better part of 12 minutes. My apologies. You didn't come here to hear me droning on and on and on about crap that you do not care about. You came here to watch a game. Right? Right. So, I'm going to choose English because that's the only language I can read. I can understand some words in other languages, but not fluently. So, yeah, English. Thank you. Select an audio language. Now, that's an interesting question. Do I do the English language or do I do Japanese? Kind of want to do English. We'll do English. English audio. Yep. A network connection will enable some in-game features. Connect. I'm already connected. Are you gonna make me have to hide the screen? Adjust the brightness until the monster is barely visible. It's fine. You can adjust the setting later. I know. Game uses an autosave feature. Do not quit the game or turn off the power while this icon is being displayed. Otherwise, you'll regret it. In other words, don't pirate the game. Do not copy the disc. This is a work of fiction. Everything's coincidental if it ties to a real person. This text doesn't really stay on the screen long enough for you to read all of this. They really should slow that down a little bit. Been a while since I played an Atlas game. A long while, actually.
I trust this will suffice.
Will it?
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar!
Okay.
A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one. Oh. That dream died long ago. You should have done the same.
He looks like he's about to. No need to hurry it along. I mean, well.
Your kingdom will perish alongside you.
Dude, you didn't even do it quick. What the heck? That sort of just stabbed him in the abdomen. Could have at least given him a quick death. Dang.
By my hand.
That was brutal.
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence.
Who could do this? Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet,
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity?
Who indeed?
Luis.
A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
Is it you? Dude, if you're trying to be duplicitous or like sneaky about this, smiling evilly at them is not the way to go. Guessing this is all very symbolic. Get some opening credits here. This is good so far. Gross. Please don't rip out your own heart. That's not wise. Metaphor, Fantazio. Seriously, if I'm butchering that word, I'm so sorry. As if we needed to see the title again. Here we are. It says to press any button, so we'll do that. Bring the music down just a touch. Vibration should be on. Auto advance should be off. Subtitles should definitely be on. And come into here and play with the camera settings if I need to. Normal message speed is fine. No. No. Okay. Well, we're gonna do a new game, so here we go. I'm guessing this is our protagonist right here.
Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight.
Talking to me?
Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest?
I wouldn't be sitting here with a controller in my hand if it didn't. Now would I? So, tell me about your world.
Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. One who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
Don't know how I feel about that. Okay, and we'll name the protagonist later. Okay.
Ah, a most unusual name.
It is.
One I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours. It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold.
That's kind of a curious thing now, isn't it?
Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you?
Why is your name Scheming Man, by the way? I really don't know if I trust you.
If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question.
Fine, but I promise no answers.
Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation?
Not always.
More than wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds. This must be what you believe. I confess my own answer still eludes me.
It's alright, take your time.
But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is, then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come, and thus is fantasy forged into a new reality. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself.
That was quick. Usually takes me at least an hour to get plot invested.
So, let this tale begin.
Yes, let's tale begin. Let's do it. Oh boy, here we go. Alright. We have several difficulties to choose from. We got the storyteller difficulty. For players who want to focus purely on the story, battles pose no threat of death. Boring. Easy. For players who want to breeze through battles, this difficulty can be changed later on. Normal. The standard difficulty, where battles will thrill and challenge. This difficulty can be changed later on. Hard. For players who want intense battles, this difficulty can be changed later on. Regicide. A high-risk, high-reward mode for only battle-hardened players. I am not doing Regicide. Are you kidding me? No. We're going to go with normal. We're doing normal. That's how it goes. I'm not going to do the easy ones, but I'm also not doing this garbage right here. If I know Atlas, anything harder than normal is going to be like nightmarish, you know, hellscape. I'd rather not. So normal difficulty. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Or so I'd like to believe.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Hello.
Is it true then? The king is dead.
Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Great.
Monsters?
I think we know what that means.
I've certainly been hearing the stories.
It means we're going to have a
Say
preliminary
nothing of a
battle.
vacant throne. There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
They're bandits!
Come on, let's see some respect for the militia! Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is no tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
This is a very common trope.
Niter? How'd they get rid of
Protagonist riding in a cart, which is then attacked by bandits.
Come on, keep it moving. Hurry it up. Next one. Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder. So he is. No horns, no knife ears. Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy.
Please tell me he's not a silent protagonist.
Hold it!
Oh, jeez.
Should have listened to us, chum.
Well, that was unnecessary.
Now fall in line. That's why stuff like us.
Oh, jeez. Oh, you're done. Oh. Bye-bye.
You drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside.
And he kicked this kid off a cliff. Of course. This is probably our protagonist, too. Good job, buddy. You saved your book, and now you're at the bottom of a cliff.
Aw, this place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Luis saving us?
So apparently this is Gallica. Gallica, you know, like I don't disagree with you, but your guy here just got kicked off a freaking cliff. You want to ask him if he's okay or, you know, alive or something, maybe? Maybe. You know, find out if he's okay. I don't know if he's got, you know, internal bleeding or something. Just a thought.
Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached?
Oh, now you decide to ask. Okay, so Gallica the fairy. Gallica the extremely barefoot fairy. Although, I mean, I guess she doesn't have to have shoes. She can fly.
Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
And what is our mission? Are you alright?
Are you alright?
Okay, he can speak. Okay, good. I'm sorry. I've... Look, silent protagonists were a novel thing in the 90s. It ain't the 90s anymore, and I'm actually kind of over silent protagonists a little bit, so it's nice to have a protagonist that speaks.
Been worse. And from the sounds of it, you're about the same. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right?
And who are you exactly?
The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
Sounds kind of dire. Well, we didn't actually have to do a preliminary fight, so I guess that
Make it?
that sort of subverted the trope. You don't look hurt though, so that's good news. You can move, right? I'm thinking we should find a place where we can see the whole area. Basic controls, left analog to move, hold R2 while moving to dash, circle to dodge enemy attacks. Okay. Some actions you can perform and their corresponding controls are displayed in the bottom of the screen. You can also use the minimap to see which way to go. Okay. You can view the tutorials you've seen before in the main menu. This is good to know.
Let's go.
Camera controls are okay.
Stop!
Barely went anywhere. Wait, I'm sensing something close. Don't move. It's a thing.
Watch out!
Yeah, those look especially dangerous, so watch out. I don't think they've noticed this yet, though. Press L2 to use Phase Sight. This ability lets you see what Gallica senses in the environment. Okay. When you see an enemy you've never confronted before, it will show up as unknown. Prepare as best you can.
Okay. They look pretty tough. Careful now.
Okay, we need to go this way, but we don't want to get seen again, I guess. I have no idea what their aggro range is.
Hurry! They found us. Get ready, everyone.
Okay, we got away. We got away. Everything's cool. Everything's cool. We got away. Didn't have to fight our first battle just yet. That is a wild-looking building. Seems like it'd be top-heavy.
Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
Could you please refresh my memory?
Right. What am I doing again?
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives?
Yeah, we'll help out the player a little bit and explain it, Gallica, okay?
First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center.
Okay.
This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die.
You know, I don't see how you got so much risk there, Gallica. You're a fairy. You could literally just fly away. Would be my presumption.
And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through.
Okay, how does getting registered as a guardsman control the fate of the world?
Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road.
Okay.
You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
What's your usual spell?
Right.
It's as though music is playing directly in my mind. The effect of Gallica's magic is inspiring.
Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier.
Okay, then.
Look! Over there!
That's a road, isn't it? For certain definitions of road? What a relief. Grand Trad is already in sight.
Let's go.
Almost there. Let's keep moving and try to stay out of sight. Alright.
Got a sec?
So that's the second time text has popped up in the upper left and I missed it. I don't No, we're gonna go around these guys. Not to go around the long way, I guess. Also, there's something shiny here, and I want it.
I don't like this.
I'm sensing danger nearby. Careful now. Medicinal herbs.
Nice. I bet we'll find a use for that.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Great find. Keep it.
I plan to. I'm not gonna throw it away. It's an herb. Don't throw away herbs. Just don't do that. That's especially in the early game of any game. You want herbs. Uh-oh, this is bad. For real?
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia.
Uchronia.
The year is 785. Uchronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king.
By the sudden murder of its king.
Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built.
Mindy.
By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
O great seeker, bearer of fantasy empowered. Now, hear my wish and come forth from thy epic of glory to grant me thy guidance. Text disappeared a little quickly there. You need to give the player a little more time to read things, Atlas.
Whoa, just look.
Whoa.
Welcome to the big city.
Get on with it then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead.
Well, that's...
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin?
That was awful.
Bless you. Oh,
careful!
Hurry.
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid.
Immediately distracted by jewelry.
We're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only elder here, in the whole city even. Capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside. Not that it's very balanced. I see more Pomars and Lusants than anyone else.
I mean, you know, that happens when you go to different places, right?
Which means a dopey elder kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down, okay?
Well, you know what would help with that? His outfit is white, for crying out loud. Like white with it's almost houndstooth. Dress him in something less conspicuous. And also, you are floating next to his head!
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty? They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination.
No. Surely not.
Shh, careful who hears you say that.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
The king dead, his son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
Flashback.
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best, the saint, could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt His Highness would protest, but since he cannot, we have no choice. For the man who cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you, but there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there?
Okay, so apparently this is our mission.
This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Okay, so the prince is still alive then, I guess?
Hey, you listening? Oh, I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close.
Okay, so he knew the prince.
Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted so you can meet up with our operative.
Why do you have to enlist to meet an operative? Can't you just, like, you know, do some sort of clandestine, you know, having a lunch or something? I mean, this seems a little bit elaborate.
Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne.
Great.
That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us. Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers. So?
Do you know where we're going? Feel free to admit that you're lost and ask me for advice. Alright, what to know in town? Press R1 to open the local map. If you're unsure of what to do, try pressing triangle. Gallica always has good ideas, or so she thinks. Great. Saving. Press up in safe areas like towns to save your progress. Okay.
Whatever will I do?
Okay, hang on a second here. The music is just a little bit too loud. It feels like it's overpowering some of the voiceover. Okay, that should be okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save.
Oh, come off it.
Ah, it's an Elda. Was one of your kind here in Grand Trad. Was one of me being here. Isn't it obvious? The church has made it clear. The Elda wield devilish magic that defies the teachings of sanctism. Okay. Well, this wouldn't be the first game where religion was a obstacle. Immediately thinking of Final Fantasy X. Devilish magic, she says. If you were so magical, I doubt you'd have it so hard in life. She's aggravating, but let's not cause a scene. Okay. Aren't I supposed to be able to name this kid at some point?
An elder? Here?
Why are you shady? You definitely stand out. But you have nothing to say.
Here? Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
A magic igniter. Explain.
What's a magic igniter?
See, there's a couple in the window. Like an instrument plays a tune, an igniter casts magic. Pretty hard to come by out in the countryside.
Okay.
Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic. Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like. And I can even see the magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Clearly.
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an elden child. Are you new to our fair city?
You literally just saw me walk by. I even approached you.
Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and ladies.
Good advice, I guess.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter?
So if you run the shop, why are you standing out here? Are you on break?
Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
Oh yeah, that's not inconspicuous at all.
The royal scepter?
I'm sorry. Our protagonist here, every time I ask a question, because, you know, I legitimately need to know information, but the way he does this, like the way he gestures his hands and speaks the question, it reminds me of Ultima 9 Ascension. And Ultima 9 Ascension, first of all, was a very bad game. I didn't play it, but I have seen gameplay of it, and it was pretty ghastly. There's several reviews of it out there, but one of the running jokes about that game was the fact that the protagonist, who is the same protagonist as the previous 8 numbered Ultima games, literally didn't know anything about the world. So he's constantly asking these questions, and it's meant for, you know, a new player to get to know what's going on, but it comes off as the protagonist is an idiot and doesn't know anything about the world that he's been adventuring in for 8+ games. So it's just kind of... So anyway, that's what this reminded me of just now.
You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty, passed down through generations. If you believe the legends, it houses incredible magic, world-shattering power.
Sounds dangerous.
More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
Now he's dead, with no living heir either.
Oh wait, didn't we just establish that? Well, this person probably doesn't know that.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
Keep in mind.
Keep that in mind.
A word of caution, then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
I didn't presume otherwise, but thank you. You're not going to try and sell me anything?
That was unnecessarily ominous. She has a point, though. We'll need to be careful.
Again, you are a fairy floating next to my head. We stand out.
Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
Yeah, well, okay, well, we're in the middle of a cutscene here, so, you know, I can't find the recruitment office when I'm stuck in cutscene land. Here, Gallica, so... new memorandum. Whoops. No. Okay. We have got all kinds of memorandums. We got history. Oh, my goodness. Gonna need to go through all this at some point. Ah, crud. Okay, so we're in Elda, but there's also the Clamar tribe, the Rusanite... Rusante? Rusaints? I'm going to need a pronunciation on that. Perippus, the Prince of Uchronia, and Gallica. Okay. Culture, Sanctism. Let's go through at least some of this. Let's talk about the Elder tribe. The Ninth tribe, distinct from the commonly known 8 tribes, they're condemned by the Sanctus Church for inheriting a dangerous magic heretical to the teachings of the Church. All that. Their population is so small that even to see one in public is rare, and they face greater discrimination than any other tribe. In fact, many outside the main cities don't believe they exist. Each of the 8 tribes possesses unique physical traits making them recognizable at a glance, such as the Clamar's horns or the Rosant's long ears. The Elder tribe, however, bears no such distinguishing feature and thus are regarded as inferior beings. Okay. Clamar tribe. Okay, the Clamar tribe composes the largest population in all the Allied kingdoms. Their most distinctive features are the horns, which grow on both sides of their head. Clamars have a broad diversity of facial and body types, which has essentially made them average. The Uchronian royal family are Clamar, and members of this tribe hold a majority of important positions within the government, leading many Clamars to internalize the belief that they are the kingdom's most preeminent tribe. Of course. Clamars value freedom and dislike illogical restraint. They enjoy cultivating discussion, but do not always consider the situation or appropriateness of doing so, which occasionally leads to conflict. Also, another Clamar killed the frickin' king! However, some studies suggest that this disposition is what drives them to seek governmental positions or other important offices. Got it. Rosant tribe. One of the most populous tribes of the United Kingdoms, second only to the Clamar. Long pointed ears are their most distinguishing feature. They often boast excellent physiques, which has given them superior martial prowess. Rosant women are stronger than most men of other tribes. Many inevitably work in the military and often hold key offices. They are considered as influential as the Clamar, and the 2 tribes are sometimes called the prevailing tribes. Many Rosant pride themselves on outperforming others in strength. While this can be perceived as a self-disciplined competitiveness, on the flip side, there are many with a belligerent temperament, obsessed with proving superiority in any situation. Okay, the Perippus tribe. A tribe recognizable by bestial ears and a tail. There are many variations in their hair and skin colors, including cold-colored skin not seen in other tribes. They are physically adept and often honest with their emotions, giving them a reputation for hedonism, for better or for worse. They are drawn to parties and festivities, and while this happy-go-lucky charm is often to their credit, it can also be seen as recklessness. Due to this stereotype, they are looked down upon by other tribes, which prevents them from securing a foothold in politics, despite being nearly as populous as the Rosant and Clamar tribes. The discrimination against them is especially obvious in large cities. Yeah, considering we just saw one executed for no good reason. Alright, Prince of Uchronia. The son and heir to the throne of King Hythlodaeus V. More than 10 years ago, a mysterious attack in the royal palace left him afflicted with a deadly curse. The curse took its toll on his body, and though he bravely endured treatment, his recovery was interrupted several years later when he and his closest aides suddenly vanished from the castle without a trace. The king exhausted all possible means to find him, but was ultimately unsuccessful. Ooh, excuse me. He was formally declared deceased 3 years ago, and a royal funeral was held in his honor. Okay, that explains a few things. Gallica. A fairy who accompanies traveling boy, who was nameless, on his journey, doubling as his chaperone for his special mission. Her diminutive size excludes her from participating physically in battles, but her special fairy traits allow her more proficiency than Traveling Boy when it comes to sensing Magla and knowing magic. Though she can become heated when her personal values are tested, she is a reassuring travel companion. If you say so. Alright, we're going to need to look at all this. Let's look at the Kingdom of Uchronia. A union of allied kingdoms spans the Kingdom of Uchronia, the Principality of Oceania, and the Principality of Montario. Uchronia being the suzerain, with its king holding authority over all three kingdoms. The original King Hythlodaeus was this United Nations' first ruler, and is often referred to as the Founder King. The continent is surrounded by fast-running currents, and ships can only set anchor from the southern inland sea, where the otherwise swift currents are less violent. As a result, there have been few evasions for overseas. Excuse me. I may have mentioned that I'm quite tired. And let's see. As a result, there have been few evasions from overseas, and the three countries have achieved long histories. The capital of the kingdom is Grand Trab, the largest city in the kingdom, located in north-central Uchronia. North-central, okay. The most widespread religion is Sanctism, established as the state religion under the reign of the most recent monarch, King Hythlodaeus V. State-sponsored religion. Typically does not end well. Royal capital, Grand Trab. The nation's largest city, capital of both the Kingdom of Uchronia and the United Kingdoms at large. Also referred to as the royal capital, being the home of the palace and seat of the royal bloodline. Excuse me. Known for its solid ramparts, a site which has long been emblematic of the city itself. However, when the massive regolith Grand Cathedral was built, this building's grandeur became the new symbol of the Grand Trad. I'm guessing that's that massive triangular-shaped monstrosity. Let's look up Sanctism. A monotheistic religion devoted to the worship of the one God, the Almighty. The religion of majority across the United Kingdoms. Its sanctors preach that uttering the prayer closure with one's whole heart will reach God, bringing salvation. Closure. It is the state religion, and the sanctist hierarchy is deeply intertwined with the kingdom's politics. Currently, the crown theocracy is at the heart of the kingdom's political affairs. Alright. Well, let's look at all this stuff. Magic. A general term for the technique that consumes power to cause phenomena that bend the laws of nature. It has a wide range of applications, from modest use in daily life to destructive power in war. However, as magic igniters... Bro! Why you gotta interrupt me while I'm trying to do this? Seriously? Seriously. For every damn stream lately, I swear. Alright. Banned. Bye-bye. Alright. Let's see. However, as magic igniters, which require a state permit for ownership and use, are required for people to be able to use magic, many cannot wield magic. Okay, so you have to have a permit for an igniter. That's interesting. Magla. A technical term for magic power that serves as the basis for magic. So this would be MP, basically. There are varying amounts in all things found in nature, including people, plants, and animals. Because Mogla sometimes crystallizes in areas of high concentration, some scholars theorize that Mogla may be physical particles too small to be seen with the naked eye. Magic igniters. A tool that acts as a conduit for magic power without which people cannot perform magic. To own or use them, one must obtain a permit from the kingdom by passing a test, with some exceptions such as those serving in the state army. Okay. Igniters can be costly depending on power and specifications, and purchasing them is akin to buying land or housing. The expense is so great, buying more than one igniter would be difficult even with the entire lifetime income of the average commoner. What are these things made of that they cost so much? In order to prevent accidents and crime, the Crown Theocracy and the Magic Association have exclusive production rights of igniters. Unauthorized production is considered a serious offense. The time needed to cast magic depends on the user's skill, but can also be slightly impacted by the capabilities of the igniter itself. While using an igniter while sedentary poses no little problem, activating an igniter while moving is difficult, and it is less advised to use them cautiously. In other words, don't cast magic on the run. Gauntlet Runner. Often called runners as shorthand, a general term for magic-powered, semi-automated vehicles designed for traversing the wastelands, and either overcoming or circumventing local wildlife threats and magical phenomena. Traveling the wilds on foot or even in a lightly armed carriage has historically been incredibly dangerous, making any long-distance trip a life-threatening risk, as we discovered. Got robbed by bandits and then kicked off a cliff. However, as cities and countries grew, so too did the demand for resources, many of which required transport in large quantities. The Gauntlet Runners filled the niche of an armed, sturdy vehicle that could help with transport and land development. There are smaller runners, roughly the size of an armed carriage with a simple deck addition, but it's more common to see models that walk on legs, with an internal living area comparable to a modest house. Disturbing. Legs are more common in their design than wheels, partly because of their versatility in all manner of difficult terrain. Sensible. But more so because adopting the remains and skeletons of large monsters, as is more cost-effective and stronger than artificially creating all the components necessary. That is really gross. So, you use the remains of large monsters, and you basically just cut their legs off and attach them to these carriages. That's... I don't want to think about that. The Royal Scepter. An ornate cane-like scepter passed down through generations of the Ukrainian royal family, proof of their right to rule. A magical instrument of extraordinary capabilities. Oh, why am I yawning so much? Powerful enough to induce natural disasters. Jeez. It can only be wielded by the king, and the properly termed royal magic it commands serves both as a pillar of the king's authority and a deterrent to war. Consequently, any king of Ukrainia must be well versed in magic, and the boon of royal lineage is not enough to ensure succession to the throne. Historically, there have been many cases where an offshoot member of a prince's family has become king, when the bloodline's most direct heir was judged not to have strong enough magical aptitude to truly wield the royal scepter. So, if somebody's going to wield this thing, they better be really powerful, is what I'm gathering from this. Okay, hang on a second. I might get a cough drop. As I'm hacking, wheezing, and I'm just, yeah, let me grab a cough drop really fast. Hang on just a second. Okay. We're learning many things. This is not completely unlike the data logs in Final Fantasy 13. Although I find this explains things a heck of a lot more clearly than those data logs did. Alright, the Royal Magic. A powerful magic passed down through generations of Ukrainian kings, invoked through a unique magic igniter called the Royal Scepter. It has tremendous power that can bring about anything the king desires. There are several records of its use in the long history of the kingdom, be it for revolutionary or oppressive aims, but each is described as a cataclysmic disaster. It continues to represent a strong deterrent power to the royal family and the kingdom. Great. Music and magic. An unusual variety of magic that causes the listener to become aware of their state of mind through the form of sound and music. As it is a modest form of magic with seemingly no utility on the battlefield, it is considered a meaningless, trifling skill in society and is thus rarely used. They are using this to explain ambient BGM. And I kind of like it, actually. I kind of like it. Okay, so we've learned some things. Although supposedly there's 8 tribes. I wonder what the rest of them are. I joined the army because I looked up to Lord Lewis, but now I get my arse handed to me if I so much as mention it. What's the state army going to do now? We won't find any decent recruits given the messy state of things currently.
You are.
Oh, the recruitment place? Go down this street towards the cathedral, and it'll be the building on the left. You're looking to enlist as a soldier? Not like there's other work for elders, I guess. Don't make assumptions. Oh, you think you're better than the grime of Sunshade Row you crawled out of? You're in for a rude awakening, boy. If the game had given me any other option there, I would have used it. I was hoping that we blend in with the crowd and no one noticed that you're an Elda, but the people here have sharper eyes than I thought. Are you kidding me, Gallica? Really? Really? Well, you see, you fail to be. You're failing to latch on to a couple of very important points here, Gallica. One, this kid is wearing a white jacket, and it really stands out in the middle of everybody else. Two, he has blue hair. Nobody else here has blue hair. He stands out based on that. Three, there's a fairy floating near his head. It's you. Of course you stand out. They don't need sharp eyes. It's a blue-haired kid with a fairy dressed in some sort of leotard floating near him. That's kind of conspicuous, honey. I'm sorry. We don't want to draw attention, but hiding your tribe is only going to make it worse. People may insult you, but do your best to stand tall.
All right.
Easier said than done, I'm sure, but it's for the sake of the mission. And on that note, the recruitment center we're looking for should be just ahead.
Let's go see.
Okay, I actually like that. She just kind of the lights on his shoulder. That's actually pretty cool. That's really cute, actually. I like that. Oh, she's just hanging out. As long as I walk slow, she just hangs out on his shoulder. I like that. I like that. Oh, she jumped off. Huh? Recruitment center? What, you want to enlist or something? It's just down this road, if that's the case. But an Elda enlisting? Bloody hell, what'll be next? Wouldn't be in such a sorry state if Lewis was in power. A mouth on this guy. If we weren't focused on saving the prince, I'd give him a piece of my mind, but let's just grin and bear it.
What are you playing at?
What is up with that hat?
You there?
Young man, might I interest you in our shop's wares? This is no ordinary Mustari shop.
Hey, sorry.
Oh, we're actually in the middle of something. We've got something to do at the recruitment center. The recruitment center. If you're lost, it's the large building down this street and to the left. Stop by when you have time.
Bye-bye now.
I do business here all the time, so if you're in the area, do stop by. Okay. Maybe we can come back later and buy something from him. I think it's here. Well, this must be it, right?
Dear me.
There we go. Dear me.
That must be the recruitment center. I'll let you take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine.
Okay.
Good luck in there. Knock 'em dead.
That would be a bad idea, but okay. Don't want to knock anybody dead.
Okay, you got this.
You're still floating next to my head.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that it?
Isn't this guy a peach?
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's worth. I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country.
You first.
But mark my words, war will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
He won't be able to because he'll be a corpse. You're going to have to make him look patriotic, okay?
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore. But I'm here now, so perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
You got stones.
Insolent pup! You will learn your place.
Don't. The healers have enough on their plates already.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece. All right, next. Hurry it up. An elder? I thought your kind was long gone.
Yeah. Still around.
Age 18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more of those.
I mean, obviously, because then you don't have to notify the next of kin, right? What? I guarantee you that's what he's thinking. I guarantee that's what he's thinking.
So, what brings you to this?
I'm gonna go with I need the money.
I need the money.
Pragmatic, if nothing else. But I suppose a vagrant like you could use the work.
Does it really look like that much of a vagrant? I mean, that jacket's weird, but it doesn't... I doubt it was cheap.
So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
I can stop an arrow with my face. Can only do it once, but I can totally do it. This screams starting stats right here, okay? This absolutely screams starting stats. So like this one here, the first option is strength. This is going to be intelligence. This will be like constitution / health. This will be agility / dexterity. And this, of course, will be luck. So this is absolutely asking us to pick a primary stat. I have an idea. I want to let chance decide what we choose here. So bear with me one moment. I'm gonna mute my mic for just a second. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options here. So I have procured a 10-sided die. Obviously, you can't see it because I don't use a webcam. But I procured a 10-sided die. So on a roll of 1 or 2, we will choose strength. 3, 4 will be intelligence. 5, 6 will be health. 7, 8 will be agility. And 9, 10 will be luck. So let's see what we get. I'm going to roll now. You're probably going to hear this hit the desk, so sorry if it's noisy. I rolled a 4. That is going to be intelligence. All right.
I've got a sharp mind.
Yes, you and every unschooled troglodyte.
Don't knock it, buddy.
Right, last order of business. Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
Please enter the name of this story's protagonist. Do I really have to choose a damn name? Ah, crud. Crud. How many characters do we get for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we can do up to 10 characters. I can't use a 10-sided die to decide this. Let me think. Damn it. Damn it. I don't want to just default to noob because I already did that for the player. I have an idea on what I want to do. But 1 second, I need my phone. Need my phone. Hang on. Gotta figure out some spelling here. What the heck? No. That'll work. That'll work. Okay, we're gonna go with Monopia. This is basically slice and dice of the word onomatopoeia, which refers to words that are sound effects. I think that'll work for our protagonist. Game's called Metaphor, so we might as well do something related to literary terminology. Alright. Yes, Monopia.
You know your letters, do you? We'll get some use out of you yet.
I'm glad you think so.
All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
Yes!
I'm sure you heard about the monster sightings, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment.
No promises.
You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and igniter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission.
Understood.
On your way now. Up to. Next.
Okay, we're in the Guard. Enlisting is stunningly easy. What a long line. Guess we got no choice but to wait our turn.
Whatever.
You're so young. Are you enlisting too? Well, not much choice if you don't have money or a job. Reeve makes the world go round, as it were. That must be what the money is called. You want a magic igniter? Join the queue. Cutting's only going to get you chewed out. Who's this? They said tribe don't matter in the army, but they'll probably put me up front as a meat shield. Not that I can find better work. Wish I could serve Count Lewis. His army is built on merit, so even a Peripas stands a chance.
What's the world coming to?
Asked it. I came to enlist because I heard you can make a quick reeve here, but they really make you work alongside creepy Elda? Yes. Peripas I can deal with, but Elda are right ominous. Where'd you hear that? God's own scriptures, that's where. Guess you can't expect an Elda to know shite. Let him say what he wants. Finding someone like here would just be a waste of energy. True. He's kind of a punk. Guess we're in line. There's that nobleman from earlier. He kind of stands out too, so I'm guessing he's going to be important in some way. It's kind of a thing. Hey, what's going on with this?
Look at that.
There sure are a lot of wanted posters. This is no time for gawking. We have to get in line. The line ain't moving there, Gallica. It's okay. We're fine. We're fine. All right, let's talk to our nobleman, soon-to-be friend, I presume. You enlisting as well? The line starts behind me. If so, or was there something you needed? You really noble? I take it you overheard my interview? Yes, guilty as charged. I am a noble, but just a countryside son of a lord. My family is of no real consequence.
Well,
Well, let's just say I have my own circumstances. I'm volunteering to fight in order to protect the kingdom, foolish or not. Ah. Join the queue.
I heard they get sightings.
what? Of those huge monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? Wish they'd have told us that.
Dude, what do you think? You're getting a desk job? You're enlisting. It's gonna be dangerous. That's default.
What do they call them? There's something like,
Next. Another Clamar. Wait. No. You don't look like the others.
It's the hair, isn't it? It's the hair.
Surely not. An elder? It's the first of your kind I've seen.
Yeah, we're getting that a lot.
Move it. There's a priority around here. We're arming squires and children with igniters now. Waste of good gear. It's better off in my hands. Give it here.
brute force, crude insults. The world is yours for the taking.
Care to say that again, boy?
We all have our reasons to enlist. Now get back in line.
Oh, another high and mighty Clamar, is it?
There we go.
You think your pretty words will measure up to pure Rousseau strength?
Rousant. Thank you for the help there, Rousant, man. Rousant.
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride. Now, you owe us both an apology.
Come on, no fighting in the ranks.
Where'd you come from?
Scene. You all right?
Why is this guy behind the desk standing there saying absolutely nothing? He's just standing there letting all this play out. Maybe it's the most entertainment he's had the whole day. Who knows?
Thanks. You didn't have to do that.
We'll be friendly.
Just felt like stepping in. Don't worry about it.
I'll try not to.
Well, see you around. Try not to die out there.
I'll try not to.
Don't make my job any harder, please. Here, your igniter.
Thanks. We have a Cinder Igniter.
These days, most come with their own magna crystals. So with practice, anyone can use magic. To an extent, anyway. It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now, newbies like you best focus on surviving.
I'll do that. I'll do that. The thing around his neck is apparently a magic igniter. The captain I spoke with earlier had one too. They must take on many different forms, like I saw on the main street.
And take this too. Protect it with your life.
What is it? Oh, it's a map. Okay. I'll take a map. That's fine.
That's a real map. It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of details. Only the military could pull this together.
And would probably be very useful in the hands of an enemy.
Listen up, striplings. My name is Captain Klinger, and as of this moment, you miserable lot are under my command.
So, I'm trying to decide if this guy's meant to be some sort of weird amalgamation between Colonel Clink and Sergeant Schultz from Hogan's Heroes, along with Corporal Klinger from MASH. With a little bit of Major Frank Burns mixed in. I don't know, it's just very interesting. Very interesting.
I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. But if you think you're on cushy security detail, think again. First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border, where you will be trained into true guards.
Expected.
Our veterans there will teach you the one thing you need to master if you're to survive. Pain.
In other words, they're going to beat us up. They're going to beat us up a lot.
Perfect. That's exactly where our contacts hold up.
Enjoy tonight's sleep, because it's the last full night's rest you'll get. Dismissed!
Some of these guys are still waiting in line for their igniter. I don't think they can beat us. Well, whatever.
Look at all the other recruits. They really are desperate for new blood.
Apparently.
Oh, right. I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword.
Okay.
He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him.
Yeah, nobody says anything about Gallica. I don't get this. Like, literally, she's been there the whole friggin' time, and nobody's saying a word about her.
The charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow.
Probably a good idea. Please don't start singing at the moon or something.
Hey, you awake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm awake.
So this is interesting. The character is actually not wearing shoes right now while lying in bed. That's not something you see a whole lot of. Like, in a game, when a character goes into bed, they're just with everything they have on, shoes and all. But this is actually, you know, inserting some modicum of realism into this. I know for a fact I take off my shoes when I climb into bed, you know?
Sorry to bug you.
Well, you are a bug. Sort of. Okay, not really.
Look, I just have a lot on my mind. Can't seem to fall asleep.
Now, you are also sitting on a box. That doesn't seem like it's a comfortable place for you know, nighttime rest.
I'd heard about what it was like in the capital, but still. When you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
I mean, I never really get... So... That's really not the sort of thing that does get easier. You know, when you're you know, dealing with bullying or prejudice or anything like that. You tell yourself that you're used to it, but it still hurts, you know? Speaking from a little bit of experience.
It never gets easier.
Yeah, I could tell. Try to put it behind you, okay?
So how are you losing sleep over this?
Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all.
And how does that work?
These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but still. The prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him.
Yeah, I mean, well, that, and, you know, he's kind of under a curse, which really sucks. I mean, I wouldn't want to be under a curse.
Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
Sure, I guess.
I gotta say, I've been curious. Thanks.
I'm curious about the book too, actually, because he fought really hard to not get that stolen from him earlier.
It's what you call a fantasy story, right?
I guess, but those are skyscrapers. How's that fantasy?
So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories. Okay, let's see. It says the young traveler was amazed by the world he saw. In this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination.
So, idealist.
Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over.
You'd like to think so.
In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal. Whoa. You see, no magic, no tribal conflict, and equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy, but it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world.
Hey, are you asleep already? You know how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own?
It's late! Come on, Gallica!
Well, guess I'll just read more later. Good night.
You know, Gallica, you're not the one that has to go through guard training tomorrow. Just saying. Yeah. When the game gives you an opportunity to save, save. Overstay. Early morning. And...
Shouldn't you be resting?
the prince?
I'm fine. In fact, I'm glad we have this chance to talk.
And there's our protagonist. When they were kids.
I've been reading, and I hope that someday we can make our kingdom like the place in this book. You said it was some kind of fantasy novel, didn't you? Our lives are decided at birth, by tribal purity, or by the differences that make us who we are. I don't want that to be the world we live in. The Elder here are a perfect example. If you'd not sheltered me, I would never have survived. And yet, they burned your home down. It's tragic, and no one should have to suffer so. Someone needs to fix... You okay?
Yeah, someone is not going to be you right now.
Don't push yourself so hard. Reality is much too cruel. I know that. But I'll fight it. I'll fight to the end. I'm a prince. But I need to be a hero. One worthy of the throne. A hero? One who can lead. A beacon who will pierce the darkness when all seems lost. My father taught me that. In his stories, the kingdom was full of legendary heroes. So I can't give up. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. Not that I expect it will be easy. I believe in you. Familiar words. When I'm down, when I struggle, you're always there to help me through it. Let's do it. You'll be a hero. Trust me.
It really does make me happy that the protagonist is not silent.
I won't give up either. Trust me.
And we're in another carriage. Yeah, I've yet to fight a single battle. Huh. I get the sneaking impression that's going to change soon.
until arrival at the northern border fort. One day remains.
Okay.
Let's see.
I wonder how far we've come. Let's find our destination, the northern border fort. Well, you can view information about your surroundings in the world map. Use left analog stick to highlight the location you want to learn about, then press X. Okay.
This place here. This place here.
Let's see.
Hold on.
Let's see.
This place here. Hold on. This place here.
Let's see.
This place here.
Let's see.
This place here.
Interesting. Is this like the... I presume this is just one continent. It's a lot of territory, though. That's a lot of territory.
This place here.
Hey, don't forget.
Okay, the northern border fort. This is where our contact should be, so hopefully we'll find him quickly. Say, a fortress built to defend Grand Trad during the Annex War. After long disuse, it is now manned due to frequent monster sightings.
Okay then.
All I can do for now is rest. We have a big day tomorrow.
The carriage transporting the new recruits arrives at its destination.
Okay then.
The northern border fort. The towering fortress was built during the Annex War in the mountains at the edge of the territory. Even now, soldiers are sent there for its strategic importance to the royal capital and to combat the rising waves of monsters. Fresh-faced soldiers disembark from their coaches at the foot of a steep ascent to the fort, the first of many uphill battles.
In other words, you're climbing a bunch of stairs, sucker. Get ready to hoof it.
Oh, finally. Can hardly feel my legs.
Okay, how did Captain Klinger... Like, how is he, like... I guess his legs are just really strong. No judgment, no judgment.
Listen well, you lackwits. The battlefield is no place to sit on your asses, and the border front is always a battlefield. The call to arms could sound at any time. Stand to, curs. You have the honor to serve at the command of Captain Klinger, war hero, tactician, master of arms. When I earned rank in the trenches, forged in the blood of my comrades.
Spare us this drivel. Say, friend, I'm curious. What is it about that book that's captivated you so?
It tells of a world united as one tribe.
No discrimination, eh? A far cry from our world, then. So it's describing a better world. A utopia, perhaps. I'm something of a reader myself, but that's not like any book I've read. You know, when the late king took the throne, he was quite the idealist himself. He made grand claims about unifying the people under his rule.
That seems to have not worked out.
Never managed to do it in the end, of course. It takes more than high-minded, eloquent speeches. Maybe he was too blind to see that himself.
Maybe.
Listen to you. A babe with his first sword thinking he knows better than a king. Keep your mouth shut. No one cares what you think.
Right back at you, jerk.
Nobody asked you.
Something to say? Go on. I'm listening.
I apologize for him.
See? Take a cue from your friend in the lesser tribe.
No need to get into a heated conflict here, I don't think.
Well, Clamar, I'll let it go this time. But only because I like your friend. Next time, keep your complaining to yourself.
That's actually pretty bad right there. It's like, I like your friend. I like your friend. Dude, everybody's been crapping all over our poor protagonist this whole time. It's like, I like your friend better than you, Clamar.
That's the last thing I need. Though I suppose I deserved it in part, speaking ill of the dead and all.
Well, you didn't really speak ill of him. You just, you know... I mean, he had a lofty goal, and he didn't quite achieve it. I mean, that happens.
My mouth tends to get ahead of my thoughts sometimes. Although, I'm glad a bad habit seems to have drawn us together.
Sure.
Oh, never got round to an introduction.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Stroll. Leon Stroll, son of the Count of Harlia. And you are?
Leon Strahl.
That's my name.
Matapia. Nice to meet you.
I have that right? It's got a certain weight to it.
It really does.
For what it's worth, my title doesn't mean much. Here and now, we're peers and equals.
I'll remember that.
By the skin of my teeth! Now, where was I? Right, as for you, fresh meat.
Someone help!
Well, this guy's a little bit, yeah, he's done.
Is that a soldier?
Is that a soldier? If you don't know, what the hell are we supposed to do, buddy? Can you not tell what the uniforms look like? Are you, I mean, I don't know, maybe, I mean, he's a war soldier, right? He's a war veteran. Maybe his eyes are wrecked.
Hey, speak to me, man. What happened?
Listen. Stay on guard. It's too...
This is a trope. He's unconscious. Well, he didn't die, at least.
Not one of mine. Must be one of the fort's guard. Those damn vultures across the border. They must have heard about the king's death.
So what, are these guys our enemies or something? What?
Anyway, to the fort. Double time. I'll stay behind to see to the poor bastard's wounds.
That didn't sound very convincing. I get the sense that you're going to see to his wounds by sticking a dagger in his heart.
You want us to go on ahead? Alone? Shouldn't we at least send a team back to ask for...
I knew fear would take you at the first step. You want to turn tail? Are you a traitor to the cause? The guard has no place for cowards. You are part of His Majesty's Royal Army. Swallow your fear. Fight with pride. And we'll all have medals this time tomorrow.
This guy's a little intense.
He's right. We're warriors. Up there is our first chance at glory and riches. Damned if I'm gonna waste it. Let's go.
Sure, you take point.
Well, I suppose this is what we signed up for. Onward, to the fort then.
To the fort. At least we have armor and, you know, swords and stuff. We're equipped.
Hey, I've got a bad feeling about this. It's hard to explain, but it's like there's a stench in the air, and it's getting stronger.
In other words, get ready to fight.
Hey, did something happen?
How does nobody see her?
Wait, is that a fairy?
Thank you.
Catch it yourself.
She's been here the whole damn time. Let's be honest about it.
She's with me.
Yes, and I have a name, by the way. It's Gallica.
So you travel together? You've stayed well hidden for quite a while.
She's been hanging out the entire time. Bro, she was in the damn recruitment center when we were getting our nighters. Okay.
Well, I didn't want anyone making a fuss. But we've got bigger problems right now. I can't shake this feeling. We gotta be careful.
Agreed. I'll follow orders, but I'm not about to let this armchair general send me to my death. Let's take a moment, then head in once we're prepared. I assume you know how to use an igniter properly?
Hell no, I don't. Were you kidding? This is the first time we've ever gotten one. Why would you make that assumption? Wait a minute. What kind of idiot are you, Stroll? Why would you make that assumption? Why would you make that assumption? If these things, look, per the data entry, these things are stupid expensive. Do I look like I can afford one of these things on my own? Why would you make that assumption? I'm very confused by that statement. Think about what you just said.
I'm not so sure. He's never used one before. I mean, he's a commoner, so not much chance to.
Yeah, see, Gallica has the right of it.
Fair enough. Well, just stay behind me and you'll be all right. I swear I won't let you die.
I appreciate that. You can take all of the hits. You face tank everything, and I'll be hiding behind that tree over there in the background.
I'm with you.
Alright. New ally, Stroll. A brave fighter trying to conceal his nobility has become your ally. He's not trying to conceal his nobility at all. He's been upfront about it the entire damn time.
Oh, this is bad. I didn't think you'd actually have to fight anyone.
Well, we'll just have to deal with it there, Gallica. Also, when did you suddenly get shoes?
I just hope our contact in the fort's okay. Let's keep our guard up and hope we find out.
Actually, when did she get a sword? She has weapons now. And sleeves. Like her outfit changed dramatically here. When did this happen?
Okay?
Well, this is an unexpected turn of events, but don't lose sight of our mission, okay? Alright.
Here we go.
Be careful. Our contact should be inside, and we just have to find him. Ugh, you're running with such purpose. What was that you were talking about? You said something about your ally?
Actually.
Oh, it's nothing. I was just worried about the soldiers inside.
I see.
I see. Well, whatever the case, the situation concerns me too. Let's go inside. So literally the camera is not moving any further than what it's doing right there.
This is...
What's happening in there? Sounds like there's a battle going on. How are you pushing open a door that big? I've never understood that. That door is huge. Oh. Oh, you guys are screwed. Oh, you're double screwed. Oh. Ah. How many legs does that thing have?
There it is. That's a human.
What?
Stand your ground! Charging! Pursue! We have to help the survivors.
Damn it.
Damn, this is horrific. So many dead. What the heck?
How?
Grius, I hope you're safe.
Hurry.
There's no time to waste. If we look, we may find some that still draw breath. I got a couple of herbs. No, none of them are breathing. Damn, we were too late. But there might be others. Let's keep searching. Oh. Oh! Get back! We've got company!
What?
What's the deal with this one? It feels similar to that monster from earlier. It's smaller, but is that a human too? It looks like we're going to have to fight it. That does not look like a human! I don't know what that is not a human. I know, at least not by any definition I know of. Wait, if it's a human, do we even stand a chance? All the more reason we can't just let it be. Trust me, I have some history with them. Okay, great.
What do you think?
Besides, our only hope right now is to join forces and strike as one. Would you not agree? Yeah, I agree with that. I'm glad you still got your wits about you. With you here, we might just get through this.
Got it?
Look, we don't stand a chance against that thing if we attack it separately. We can only fight it if we work out a plan together, okay?
Take care of it, please.
Understand? The two of us working as one. I'll trust your judgment on the timing of the attack. Okay, press triangle to engage in a squad battle alongside your allies. You can press triangle at any time, but if you use square attacks to stun enemies first, you'll start the battle with an advantage. Stay on the offensive by continuously attacking with square to deplete the enemy's break gauge that appears next to them, effectively stunning them.
Things will be fine.
Okay. Alright, squad battles with stunned enemies. When engaging in a squad battle against a stunned enemy, one party member will perform an advantageous initial attack. In addition, enemies remain stunned at the start of battle. Be sure to take advantage of this. Okay, so stunning enemies, good thing. In squad battles, press square to attack with your equipped weapon, or press triangle to use skills which consume MP. Performing an action will expend one turn icon, seen at the top of the screen. When all turn icons are consumed, the opponent's round begins. Okay. Okay, so we got Wield Arms, Raise Defenses, Use Supplies, and Call Power. Okay, he's still stunned, so he doesn't get a turn. Well, let's go ahead and hack at him.
A tough one.
Burn to us!
Unscathed Triumph. We got some bonus. We got a bonus. Okay, so we got 5 XP, 30 Maj, and 13 money. Okay.
That was the last of them.
Phew, we pulled through somehow. We're alive. That's all I could ask. Let's press forward while we still can. Dude, what the heck? This place is a disaster. Something tells me we don't want to go down here, but...
This battle's ours. Let's go. Settle this quick.
Get in there! Finish him off!
Not
Keep
bad.
it up!
Burn to us!
Alright.
The next one will fall just as easy. Not bad.
We leveled up! Yay!
I feel stronger.
Stats increased. We got strength. See, our MA or magic, I'm guessing, definitely is the highest stat, and that's probably based on the answer that we gave earlier. We have some points. Might as well go ahead and okay, raises magical attack damage. Might as well just keep pumping that up. Oh, I see. I see.
I think that's all of them.
Where is he? He's still alive, right? Wouldn't count on that.
Be careful.
Don't be fooled by the way it looks. Okay, we can break environmental items. Didn't get anything for it, but we can break them.
They saw us.
All right, how's that? Okay, let's give this all we got. You're here?
What the heck was that thing?
There's no way I'm stopping here.
They found us.
This battle's ours.
So far, so good.
I think I'm getting used to this.
I think we're in the clear.
It's locked. So at this point, I'm just looking for goodies. Like right over there. Oh, good.
If you see a use for it, I say take it with you.
Revival medicine is probably going to be necessary to our lives, so yes, I do see use for it. Nothing else here. Okay. Ugh. Alright, sorry, I'm gonna... Here, I'm gonna pause for a second. HP, 100 HP, rise an ally from KO, that makes sense. Okay, so Gallica has a sword. But does she ever actually like fight with it? I mean, it has stats. Small protective gear for fairies, too small for others to wear, Gallica only. Interesting. Fairy's hairpin. Fairy charm. And we have a Cinder Igniter. Simple fire igniter enables a single target fire skill. Mage fire when equipped. Okay. Okay, these guys are done.
Wait.
Hold on.
Be careful.
There's another one. If it spots us, this could get nasty.
Hey.
But we have the element of surprise. We could catch it off guard if we start now, right? Okay, sneak attacks on enemies. If you manage to successfully attack an enemy without being seen using square, there's a chance their entire break gauge will deplete at once for an instant stun.
Okay.
Let's push through. Let's give him a fight.
Just like that.
I won't hold back.
I want to try this mage fire, so let's see what this does.
Burn. A tough one.
The power of fire.
We scorched it.
They chose the wrong opponent. That'll do it. Nice fight. Looks like it could be useful.
this battle's ours. Let's go. Settle this quick. Still up? Burn to us.
I like that. It's still up? It sounds so incredulous. It's like, wait, that didn't kill it? Damn it! That's funny.
That'll do it.
Can I break this? No. Can't break that.
Oh.
He's still breathing, but he's badly wounded. And Elda, don't bloody touch me. I'm in a bad enough spot without you making it worse. Dude, look at my uniform. That monster showing up was your fault, wasn't it? Bad luck follows you people. Ah, of course this is how it ends. Damn it all to bloody hell. And he's gone. You know, we could have given him an herb or something. But, you know, he was kind of a jerk, so forget it.
Run.
We're so young. A fresh recruit? Get away from here now. That thing is up ahead.
No.
There's still more soldiers left alive, right? We can't just run and leave them be. You're too late. That monster, we can't. Just run away. Stay away from that thing. And he's gone.
Hey.
What have you been muttering to yourself this whole time? What's has you so concerned?
Damn it.
Ugh! A damned Elda! I knew this fort was cursed. You're why that horror attacked. I'm gonna stop trying to help you people if you're just gonna blame me for everything. Hey. Calm down. It's not his fault the human appeared. You must know that, surely. But everyone's dead. They all had families. Help me, Elda. I don't care anymore. I don't want to die.
Damn it.
And he's gone.
Hold on.
Wait.
You
two, perhaps you're searching for someone. Can't answer that. Yet you cannot deny it either. Why hide this from me? I trust you have a good reason. Well, to tell you the truth...
What?
That cry. Is that the human from earlier?
Was that?
It sounded like it came from the top of that tower. Maybe there are still soldiers fighting it there.
Hurry.
We'll handle our personal matters later. Rescuing any survivors takes precedence. To the top of the tower.
Let's hurry.
Ah. So I'm glad I came back.
That should come in handy. Pocket it.
I already did. Trust me, I see something, it's mine. I'm taking that.
Let's give him a fight. This could be our chance. Still here? The power of fire.
You keep using fire magic there, buddy. Maybe try using your sword a little bit.
No way I'm stopping.
Save that MP.
Okay.
And we leveled up again.
Not bad at all.
We're going to do strength. We found a broken igniter. Maybe I can sell it.
There shouldn't be anything we can't handle. We'll be okay.
How's that? This battle's out. Let's go.
The power of... Not done yet.
They chose the wrong opponent. That was the last of them.
This is our chance. Forward. Let's settle this quick. You're here.
Burn to us.
That'll do.
This guy's gonna run out of magic power.
Only one left. Finish them off and we're clear.
Yeah, I'm working on it, Gallica. Thanks.
The next one will fall just as easy.
Don't say things like that. You're just tempting fate.
I think that's all of them.
Cat?
Nice. I bet we'll find a use for that.
Cat?
I'm supposed to get a trophy for breaking every single barrel. Guess we'll find out because I'm gonna do it. Hold coin.
How's that? This battle's out. Give it my all. Go.
No sweat.
Wish every fight was that easy, eh?
No kidding.
Don't get too relaxed. These monsters are relentless.
Come on. Okay. Let's get this all we got.
All right.
Chose the wrong opponent.
I think that's all of them.
Let's push through. This battle's out. Give it my all. Go. Still up.
Last one down.
That's the spirit of
power.
There's no way I'm stopping here. This is our chance. Forward.
Let's settle this quick.
You're here.
Burn to us.
Nice.
Keep it up.
At some point, he's gonna have to use the sword because he's gonna run out of MP.
Wish every fight was that easy, eh? I think we're in the clear.
No, I think it's interesting that we're basically fighting, you know, walking, living teeth. Given the fact that I've been dealing with dental issues this year, it seems kind of apropos. The roof is just up ahead. Might I have a moment? If I'm honest, I have my doubts that there could be survivors. Facing that monster together may not even save anyone at this point. But I'm going to do it anyway. It's the noble thing to do. Of course. Isn't that just throwing your life away? Why do this if it's possibly for nothing? Because if there's a chance that there's even one survivor, then I'll not be the noble who runs away. Not this time. I could never live with myself. Gallica, our contact could be in there as well. I mean, we have a specific reason for needing to be in there. This time?
Hey.
And you? You plan to forge ahead despite the risk? I take it you refuse to die until you found whoever it is you're searching for. There's no turning back.
Leave it to me.
I see.
I'm heading out.
Well then, lend me your strength. Because I'm about to run out of MP. And I'm going to be useless. With the exception of my sword, which is fairly sizable, but still, I will not have any MP to use at all. This feeling, I knew it. That human from earlier is up there. What should we do? Give me a minute. Right, we can't help anyone if we just charge in and get ourselves killed. Let's make sure we're prepared before we head in. Just double checking, make sure there's nothing else I can break or mess with here. Doesn't look like it though. I was already down there. Yeah, it was. Okay, let's head on in. This sounds like it's going to be a boss fight.
Ready?
Let's go. Yep. Try not to do anything rash. Okay, here we go. Oh, jeez. You call these things human? Damn.
Tremendous power.
Oh, that is so wretched. What are we looking at here? Somebody was not right in the head when they designed this. I'm sorry. You, whatever, like developer person, whatever drugs you were on, don't use them anymore. This is horrifying.
It's horrible. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
You aren't wrong. Gallica has the right of it.
We can't let it get away with this. We have to hold it off somehow. Darned humans. It was all because of them.
I feel a little insulted.
We'll just have to make it work.
No, the mission depends on our survival. Okay, this is a homogorleo? Homogorleo. Okay. A winged, apple, four-legged, four-armed monstrosity. With at least 5 mouths. And a horrifying ribcage. And blades coming out of its feet. Also some branches with additional apples. This is probably gonna suck.
Let's go.
Okay, I was just testing to see if there's any other parts of it that we can attack directly, but nope. Oh, geez, okay.
You're mine.
We are doing no damage to that thing.
What's going on? It didn't even flinch.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
Damn it all! I'm not going down like this.
I don't think we're gonna be able to win this. Especially when they're doing 3 or 2 damage to this pod. This... Oh, crud. Is this gonna be a scripted loss?
How is it this strong?
What more can I do? The prince is my best friend. I need to save him. I can't die in a place like this. And yet...
I'll distract it. You two run!
But...
Above all else, I am a noble. And a noble defends his people, no matter the cost.
Why can't you run with us?
If you would repay me, then live. Wasn't enough.
No! Please, say something!
Stroll! Don't be a fool. Just run before it.
Oh, fate-saddled child. Oh, anguished traveler. Thy fate is crown-twined, thy soul bound for the throne. The future yet unknown dawns in this moment.
Thy path may fork, but only one may be chosen. Confront the threat before thee, or die here in obscurity. Now choose.
That doesn't sound like much of a choice.
So be it. Heroism lies in the soul that stands firm against its fears. Power awaits thy command. The time is come to awaken the hero within. Engrave thy very heart.
Ah! Maybe don't do that? That was gross. Why did that require ripping out our own heart? That is really gross. Okay, this obviously surprised poor Gallica here.
What the heck is going on? Anyway, we've got to find a way to fight back.
Okay, so Psych deals weak magic wind damage to one enemy. Weak HP recovery for one ally. Okay, well, I've got two choices, and I don't need HP recovery right at the moment, so get blasted there, buddy.
Alright, that did the trick.
My own power doesn't even compare. What's more, it can use magic despite its lack of an igniter. Okay.
Are you okay? If we don't push back, we're dead. Can't we fend off those attacks somehow?
Okay, attacking weak points. Certain enemies are weak to certain affinities. After you've hit one of these weaknesses, the word weak will be displayed. Hitting an opponent's weakness or scoring a critical hit against them will only decrease the turn icon by half. Okay.
Looks like it mainly attacks with the head wings and blade feet. We could target those.
Well, I kind of like the,
Let's go.
attacking the blade feet because, you know, those things suck.
Scour. That's it. Stay on. I will fight with pride. Come forth, royal soul. Wind. Push through.
We've got to hit the other spots too.
I'm working on it.
Let's go. Scour.
You hit their weakness.
The freedom of a one. Wind. Come on.
Now what?
Wait, what? It's healing? It's eating its own fruit to heal? We can't kill it fast enough. It's just gonna fix itself up no matter what we do. Ick. I can't believe it's eating from its own body. Can you knock those apples off?
Let's go. Scour.
Oh, she's the cyclone.
Dodge! Not like they could get you with that. If we don't take out those apple things, I think we'll regret it.
I'm working on it, Gallica. Give me a damn minute.
Maybe there's something I can do. Hey, can you let me handle this?
Sure, go for it. Have Gallica knock down apples to keep the foe from healing? Yes.
Understood. Leave it to me. Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there.
Come forth, royal soul. Wind. The freedom of a wanderer. Vitus power.
Oh wow, I could have waited a bit to do that. That's okay. I think I need to continue hitting it with the wind stuff though, because melee attacks are just not cutting it.
Scour.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be way better.
Let's go. Wind. Still here? Seeker. Scour.
Jeez, that's a lot of XP. We got an apple. Sounds good.
Not bad.
So we leveled up and we ranked up. What's the difference?
Strive for greater heights.
How's Stroll?
True power is born of the heart, a wish from which thy strength is drawn. Yet fear and anxiety always trail in such a wish's wake.
Alright, saying true power is born of the heart. Okay, I'll buy into that. But I don't understand why he had to rip it out of his own chest and then eat it.
Since time immemorial, those we call heroes have earned the title through this order. They pursued their wishes and boldly walked a path of virtue. What thou hast awakened is the true spirit of a hero. The power that lies dormant in all of us. The power to reforge the fear of the unknown into curiosity.
Can I ask who you are, mysterious voice?
If thou wouldst change the world by thine own hand, take this newfound power and venture forth. Thy journey shalt reveal thy soul's mission.
Okay.
What was that voice? And you! What was that power you used?
Still trying to grasp onto that myself there, Gallica.
You had a metal heart, and your whole body was... it was crazy. Look, that Stroll guy is still alive.
Well, we got some herbs. We can give him one.
I'll be damned. Someone actually survived.
That voice. Grius! Oh, thank goodness you're alive.
So I guess this is Grius. We got a trophy.
Gallica, you made it.
He's our man on the inside. The one I'm delivering the message to.
He's badly hurt. You, boy, lend me your shoulder. We'll need to carry him. The smell of blood will draw out the beasts. Let's not hang about.
Yeah, let's not. Also, maybe we could burn whatever the hell that thing is.
The lad's out cold, but he'll live. We should be fine if we take a moment's rest here.
Great. What happened to the captain? Where's Captain Klinger at?
Oh, you're a sight for sore eyes, Grius. Just wish it were under better circumstances.
We're both alive.
and you can't ask for much better in these parts. Sorry I couldn't join you in the fray.
Yeah, why is that?
So, this is our newcomer, eh? How'd this boy manage to command power like that?
It's like nothing I've ever seen. Do you know anything about it?
I might. For now, the mission comes first.
Okay.
Ah, right. I'd better just get straight to the message. Grius, you have a new mission. Avenge the king. And kill Luis Guillaburn.
An assassination mission.
Well, good. It's about damn time. Those scheming nobles haven't said so publicly, but every soldier knows it was nothing natural that killed the king. Damn that Luis. Couldn't stop at one royal, could he?
Wait, there's more. The prince is getting worse. We're running out of time. Here, look. I brought a treasure from the village. They called it a farsight mirror. You need to see the prince's condition for yourself.
So I'm just getting into a bear-sitting position here. Through the mirror lies the prince, deep in slumber in the hidden village.
His Highness won't last much longer. Those thorns are thick enough to claim him.
Great.
Luis cast the curse, so killing him is the only way to lift it. If we wait any longer, they're just gonna crown a new king.
You have to kill him?
Suppose we'd better start at the beginning.
Yeah, that would be great.
About 15 years ago, a child enlisted in the army. But it wasn't his age that had people talking. It was his ruthless military genius. Hero to some, monster to others.
Looks like you've got a cadre of associates behind him there as well.
Luis Guillaburn, a prodigal tactician and a master of magla arts. Some said it was only a matter of time before he made general, the youngest the nation's had.
Until he attacked the prince.
That night, when the prince's quarters were breached, it was no ordinary mage who cast that fatal curse. It was Luis Guillaburn himself.
I believe it.
But the son's death wasn't enough for him. Now he's got the father's blood on his hands. And if that king-slaying fiend ends up on the throne, we're all doomed.
What's his motivation, though? I mean, clearly he wants power, but...
But when we were exploring the royal capital, there were a lot more Luis supporters than I expected. How can they still trust him after all that?
Because they don't know that he did it.
Luis is cunning. He left no evidence. Accuse him as you will, but the allegations wouldn't stick. All they could do was send him as far away as possible. A post in the middle of nowhere. Plenty of soldiers never believed the charges in the first place. When they look at him, they see a capable veteran unjustly made into the noble scapegoat. Most think the Royal Army was at its best when he was in charge. And in truth, it's hard to deny. Without him, we'd never have crushed the rebel uprising so quickly. Damn the man. But he's earned his titles. He's mastered the blade, magic, and he's clearly intelligent. To the masses who want change, he seems the savior they need.
If even you're that worried about him, then this isn't going to be easy.
I was about to say, we're asking this, poor guys here to kill this dude, who clearly is no pushover.
Hell of a mission. And I want in.
Welcome back, Stroll. Obviously, you've been awake a lot longer than you were letting on. Trope.
So that's your game, eh? Pretend to sleep, eavesdrop on the plan. You're a fool to give yourself away.
Please do not stab him.
If you want my blood, then let your blade strike true. I'm not going to run. Not from you, and not from a chance to do what's right.
Look, Grius, he saved our lives back there. And it sounds like we could use the help. Seems like kind of a waste to kill him. especially if he's volunteering.
Yes. Thanks, Chris.
Then answer me this. The boy's all but a stranger to you, yet you risk your life to save him. Why?
I would live, fight, and die a noble, sir. To have done otherwise would betray my title, to say nothing of my heart.
I'm losing my edge. Make me regret this, and I will slay you where you stand.
You'll let him help us?
Right then. My life and sword are yours.
As far as the rest of the world's concerned, you perished in that castle. You'll find the job ahead will be easier for a dead man.
No medals for you, girl, or Stroll. And, yeah. Can say goodbye to that sweet army pay.
Your lives are kept only by the blades in your hands, and you'll raise them at my command.
He's probably talking to both of us. Quest start. Save the prince from death's curse. Save the prince from his curse and defeat Louis Guiburn, the treasonous fiend who not only attacked the prince but murdered the king. Deadline unknown.
Louis will also be at the royal funeral.
Louis.
If we are not back to the capital by then, we lose our chance at his head.
Okay.
But no main roads. That'll mean checkpoints and questions. We're bound for a different route.
Okay.
We'll cut through the abandoned mine up ahead to save us going the long way round. For tonight, see to your wounds. We'll leave at first light.
Okay.
But I'm counting on you.
Well, Gris. The battle-hardened veteran has become your ally.
Feels like the mission is finally starting. Let's set up our camp then.
That's a good idea.
Now, we should finally be able to get some rest. This your first deployment, boy. Thank your lucky stars you survived a brush with a human.
What the hell was that? It was like no beast I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was pretty wretched.
No one truly knows. They're protected by Magla, so even the sharpest steel does little good against them. They're no simple beast. All we do know is with every passing year, more of their kind tear travelers apart. That was why I was first sent undercover here, investigating.
And? Did you learn anything?
Simmer down, boy. There wasn't a damn thing to be found on those monsters. Well, the moon's still low. If you've any other questions, now's the time.
Oh, I got lots of questions. Tell me more about the mission.
To hear about the mission.
With numbers like this, a head-on assault would be suicide. Quick, covert assassinations are best bet.
Makes sense.
Kingslayer or no, Luis has a lot of public favour behind him.
And probably martial prowess.
To the people, he's the only man with the wit and war power to bring down humans. The military seems powerless to stop them, so he plays saviour. The man's practically a monster himself. By your age, he was not only a master tactician, but damn near an archmage besides.
And the three of us alone are supposed to stop him?
Yeah, this is sounding unlikely.
We'll just have to blend in with the crowd at the funeral. I won't abide him surviving the ceremony. He will die by my hand.
That seems pretty determined. A fire should keep the really dangerous stuff away, I hope. Okay, we have control again. Alright, so... Let me go ahead and save the game here. I am extremely tired. I'm I'm actually kind of zonking out a little bit. I was struggling there for about the last 10 minutes. So, I mean, granted, I'm picking up all the information on the story so far, but I am really floundering. So, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night here. Just a short stream today. But I'm liking this game so far. Yeah, there's a few spots where I'm like, why would you say something like that? You know, this is typical Atlas writing, if we're being honest. But so far, I like this. The combat seems pretty good so far. The music is definitely good. The voice acting is really good. The game is pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna keep playing this. I'm gonna keep playing this. We will be continuing to play Metaphor for the foreseeable future. So, I'm Agnostic Noob. I would like to thank you for watching, if watching indeed you have been. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate your support. Appreciate you just hanging out. Whether you're chatting or lurking, makes no difference. You're here, and that's what's important. So, I will be back hopefully sooner than next Saturday. I'd like to start streaming more than once a week. But I've got an awful lot of stuff happening with work over the next few days, so more to come. But for sure, next Saturday we will be coming back for some more Metaphor Fantazio, and yeah, we'll just we'll start digging deep into this really cool game. So until then, take care. Stay warm if you're in an area where it's currently snowing, like me. But yeah, we'll see you next stream. Have a good night. I'm signing out.